Oh, step back and light skin.
Welcome everyone to the am I allowed to say this? Sure? Okay. The Light Skinned Opinion Podcast with your host, author, and culture commentator Chris Maddox, blogger and overall asshole Alf954. And okay, there's no way I'm saying this. It's offensive. Sure this is okay? Fine. And our dark-skinned producer, Parrish Thompson. What do we have today, boys? I mean, guys, not boys, because... Oh, fuck it.
.25-mile run. Why do some people look so cute when they run? I mean, I've got my...
Move, bitch! Get out of my fucking way! It's Black History Month!
Latest episode. Welcome to the latest episode of the LSO podcast. I am your host, Christopher Maddox. You see my two compadres on the screen here with us at Alf954. Alf, say what's up to the people, bro.
Sock by say and get the fuck out of my way. It's Black History Month.
That video is amazing. To my good friend, the Wonder Kid producer, Parrish Thompson. What's going on, Pete?
What's up? What's going on? Black History Month. Move, bitch.
Black History Month. I was telling Alf, we was, going back and forth in the group chat about topics. I think Black History Month hits a little different this year. Is that just foolishness, or would y'all agree with that? That this year, considering last year, and considering everything that happened post Black History Month, George Floyd in the street, Black Lives Matter, and the fact that now, low key, we watching, it's a little strife in the whites. We ain't seen this kind of strife amongst the whites in a while, since like the Irish and the Italians was beefing. Since Gangs in New York was the last time you seen strife amongst the whites. Does this Black History Month feel different to y'all with that kind of context?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's muted. I don't know why. Maybe it's just but it's almost like yeah. It's like because I feel like everything is muted. Like it might be because I'm the last person who still be to the house. I feel like you think Corona having an impact on it like that a little bit? I do, for me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it a little bit on TV. You know what I'm saying? You turn on your Prime Video. They show you 4 black movies that you should watch to celebrate. You know what I mean?
That's always that's the problem. I feel like it's everybody's. We always woke now. Like it's Black History season all the time now. Because
you bring up a good point. Is that a bad thing? Because I hear you in the sense that it kind of diminishes the actual like month, but don't we want to? Ain't that what we say every year? Let's celebrate Black History Month throughout the year.
Every
you know what I'm saying?
But that's one reason I feel like it's different. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think it should be an everyday thing. I just feel like what you say about white people, they try to be woke too. I mean, there's always haters out there.
So I guess the real question is, have all of these companies, part of the reason why it feels muted, have they already played their best Black empowerment cards in the summer last year? Like they blew all their material early.
We took Aunt Jemima off the bottle. What else did you want from us?
We blew our budget back in April. What do you want us to do now?
We ain't never hired this many Black people to be families in commercials. Yeah. What else do you want?
Hey, we gave you guys Kamala. What more do you need? Shit. We've been talking about AKAs on MSNBC, like
straight up.
How many Black people on ESPN
on your Fox 9? But yeah, man. So it was Black History Month. I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I do hear what you're saying though. Like it is a little bit muted, but I guess I'm kind of feeling a different kind of vibe on social media. Like somebody sent me a post today on social media, and it was like, "Yo, like." Slavery is not Black history. Don't bring it up. Slavery is white history. And I thought about all that, and I was like, And they continue like to break it down. So I see people sharing stuff like that. You saw Cory Booker post. I saw you reposted it too. I posted that as well. Like with remember we've only been free. So a lot of this of the Black History Month stuff I see in the culture and stuff. It's not like Carter G. Woodson or. You know what I'm saying? George Washington Carver, the typical stuff you see. I see a whole lot of like, hey,
anger.
Yeah, like don't forget, my nigga. Like, everything that's settled down, but there's still a little bit of edge to the culture, and I think I like that.
Which one of y'all sent me my bad? Which one of y'all sent the Black Samurai thing? Was that you?
That was me.
Sent that. Mm-hmm.
What was his name? I wanted to know his name.
Yakuri, like Yasuka.
My brother has sent me that a while ago. They say they're making a movie about it. Like they're gonna take that story and make it into a movie. We'll see if it ever happens. But
it was a story about 500 years ago. An African man went as a slave to, I believe, Japan. It was and it was the first time they had seen a black person. They made him strip down and see if they could wash the black off him. Which, listen, this sounds racist as shit. But eventually, they were just so impressed by it. He was 6'2". They were like, he has a strength of 10 men. You know what I mean? And they brought him. He was basically a normal sized nigga.
Yeah.
And in Japan, he was a giant. Chris, you spoke to that about to that one time when you went
that shit was crazy. We were in China. We were in Shanghai at the time at this little garden situation. And there was a bunch of us, about 12 of us. People were stopping the women in our party and literally and you could tell it was with kind of like this graciousness, like, no offense, but can we touch our hair? And my mom and all them, black women is like, child, please. So it took a little bit of coaxing, but one of the younger women let them do it. But it was a whole thing. And I'm sitting there like, damn, y'all really don't see you. We take for granted how a lot of places are very homogenous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're the melting pot or whatever you want to call it
of
America.
Hate, low key.
Yeah.
Which they hate low key.
But that black man rose to the ranks of samurai, and those are some of the and he's the only black man to ever hold that rank. And it's like it's for me. I guess sometimes it's like stories like that are cool. You know what I'm saying? Those little rare facts, that you don't hear about all the time. But a lot of times, so much of what you said, we talk about slavery. So much of it is actually fucking triggering. I just sit down wanting to watch a movie, watch a black movie with my girl, and I'm like, fuck. All this shit about slavery.
I have to be in the right headspace.
That's why I don't watch those shits, man. I don't watch movies to get angry. I don't want to be mad watching a movie, man. Fruitvale Station was the last movie I watched like that. I watched Fruitvale Station and I left angry than a motherfucker. And I was like, I'm not doing this to myself no more.
I still can't watch that movie. I've never seen it. I won't watch it. I can't. I'm not.
There are certain movies like that too where I have to really get myself prepared. But that's why I like that particular meme that was like slavery ain't black history. That's something that we went through, but white people got it. It is, but in more to the fact we don't own slavery. That's not something we should own as part of our culture. White people got to own that. Y'all the ones who was enslaving folk. You feel me? And I thought, and from that sense, it kind of flips it, and it was instead we should just focus on the black excellence, the way Carter G. Woodson, the way he dreamed it up, not a yearly reminder of all that horrible shit. You feel me? But
a black trauma, black trauma month. That's what it ends up turning into.
Yeah, but I mean, I love Black History Month. This year, in terms of you talking about messing it up with COVID, I'm mad it ain't gonna be no Sis Trunk Festival. I'm mad it ain't gonna be no little something in the park, Thurgood Marshall Day, nothing you know what I'm saying? Little stuff that people have, so but maybe we will get a boost. Oh, I just thought about something. What if Juneteenth stole some of Black History Month's power or impact?
Juneteenth got big this year.
Juneteenth was mad crazy. Yeah. Maybe it kind of siphoned a little bit of energy off Black History Month.
They gave everybody the day off. Yeah. They were like, hey, I'm coming to work starting trouble. We know y'all upset.
And a bunch of companies had to create that new Juneteenth package. That's why they like this month.
My company it's Juneteenth is a holiday forevermore.
Yeah.
It is a paid holiday forever. I want to see if they remember this year though.
You gotta go on the company calendar and you gotta type it in there.
I'm gonna send that email. I'm gonna re-forward that email about June 16th, 15th. Just let you guys know. You said
now Black History Month, right? And we had our conversation about that. But we're gonna transition now into an interesting part of Black History Month. I'm gonna start it off in a serious way, then we go where we're gonna go with it.
Wait, hold on, one more time.
6.25 mile run Why do some people look so cute when they run? I mean, I've got my...
Move, bitch! Get out of my fucking way! It's Black History Month!
And when I just thought about it, that's almost exactly the tone I imagine LeBron having with the courtside Karen chick. You got the little video or the graphic for that?
Just got kicked out of the game for talking shit to LeBron James, for talking shit to my fucking husband. This is such fucking bullshit. Listen, let me tell you. LeBron James looked at my husband during the game and cussed him out, and I stood up and I go, don't fucking talk to my husband. Talk to my husband one more time and I will fuck you up. And he started fighting with me. He goes, shut your mouth, dumb bitch. And I go, you shut your fucking mouth, bitch. That's the fuck up.
I mean,
she got some balls on it. She gonna fuck up LeBron.
She gonna fuck him up, man.
LeBron 6'8". She could barely stand up straight. I guess she's thinking, show the picture. Yeah, I guess she's thinking that little 47-degree angle on the backside, like it give her some like rigidity or something. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe she can't get pushed over. I don't understand what's going on.
But I just feel I think it's part of it is just I think Karens are, and that's why the name of this episode is like this boss level Karen. Like they just out here. I feel like they're extra. You know what I mean? Like
you just made me think about something. It's the era of the Karen. A lot of the main players in that whole, QAnon politics thing, it's a lot of super ultimate Karens in that group. The chick who just got sued with Rudy Giuliani was the lawyer woman.
Sydney, whatever her name is.
Yeah, she's a super boss.
0.9 billion.
Yeah. This girl right here is like the level 1. She's like the Contra level 1 boss. Karen boss, you know what I'm saying? There's like a couple more levels you got to go up, but she climbed her way up there, being ridiculous in public. Ridiculous. I wish you had the picture of who her husband is on the thing. I saw.
Oh, you heard what LeBron called him?
He said, "Yeah, LeBron
steroid ass."
Steroid. And LeBron has a quote. He was like, "Oh, I thought it was some girl and her father," and then I heard her say husband.
So much shade.
So much shade, bro. Man. Go ahead.
But but with Karens, it's always, to me, it's like the audacity of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's this feeling from them that they can say whatever the fuck they want to whoever the fuck they want. She's like this 20-something-year-old girl with the pancake ass and the 47-degree angle hips is out here asking LeBron who the fuck he thinks he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's LeBron James. Like, I didn't even know her name till I looked it up. Apparently, she's an influencer. You know what I'm saying? But
everybody an influencer. That's why she hopped on the gram real quick and tried to record the whole thing.
Is she really an influencer?
Yeah.
I mean,
But I mean, like Chris said, everybody with a camera phone is an influencer nowadays. Yeah. So
when I saw the picture of her husband, right, the first thing I thought of, like, those dudes who be on South Beach sometimes, they have on those like weird Brazilian jeans that have like rhinestone patterns and stuff on them.
Yeah.
Or, like these little like a studded dragon going down the leg. I was like, oh,
like, where you even buy that?
They're like, this is you out here caping for this nigga. He don't need no help. He on here on Andros Steendion with his
jeans got NBA logos on.
What y'all think he do for a living? He looked at me like he sells secondhand yachts. Like he was like one of them type of niggas. Like he flip big boats or something.
Yacht parts and shit. Like,
somebody said
you need a motor, cuz? What you need a motor?
Somebody said she was mad because her husband lost his hedge fund off that game. I mean, he could be a hedge fund manager. That is like that.
Maybe not a hedge fund manager, but a guy who like puts shady money into hedge funds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was surprised it was Atlanta because he looked like a Miami dude. Right?
Yeah, he do. Mm-hmm.
He looked like he lived across from the arena. He shows up middle of the second quarter.
Yes.
Leaves middle of the third. Is just there to see and be seen. You know what I mean? And that's it.
And always got a young little something on his arm. But that's the part that always makes me laugh, though. Is like when you see her, what you are really seeing is what a man like that we talking about with the studded jeans, right? that's what that man thinks is fresh. You feel me? And I'm guessing that's what his friends think is fresh, because when he bringing her around, he fully expecting, oh man, you got a bad one. Meanwhile, she coming around the corner like the lady on the Family Guy. This is what y'all like. This is what. Oh my gosh, bro!
Like her ass look like, you know how like some women, some Instagram models. You know, I'm not trying to call out all women, but they'll do a little Photoshop to make the the bump a little bit bigger. It looked like she either if her ass is really shaped like that, it's deformed, or she like intentionally tried to make her ass look smaller. Like I don't know what is happening right there.
Ooh, but
someone also had one of those little aliens from Men in Black.
Oh yeah. She also looked at me like, just like she really couldn't get in the pose, because there's poses that you could do, you know what I'm saying? But she looked so spindly, and on them heels, like she could just fall over. I'm like, hey, Shawty,
her ribs out here showing.
What you
like
think
she's sucking in her stomach, but it's weird, man. Like it's like a triangle almost. Like
let's leave this lady alone. With this lady,
no, she out here talking shit to LeBron because her husband. I bet you he fake rich too.
What do you think?
That's what I mean.
His
that's
whole empire built on pop
secondhand yachts. That's what I'm telling you.
He about to get.
I got the steering wheel, bro. I got the steering wheel.
He about to get caught up in a class action.
Buying foreclosed yachts, fake flip them. 2 months later, nigga shit be sinking in the bay. You know what I'm saying? a straight up shyster.
He sell you a yacht with paddles.
Speaking of secondhand boat salesmen and shysters, right? Wait.
With oars.
He sell you I was about to say.
Sell you an oar.
You gotta rent 12 dudes to go down in the bottom.
Speaking of slavery.
Somebody chartered a boat. A nigga show up with a big ass kettle drum. They're like, nigga, where you going? To the engine room. Boom. Boom.
To the engine room.
Oh Lord. Y'all gonna make me get on a little string of bad jokes, man. So where this boy Alf went? Because we need the next video. Speaking of secondhand boat salesmen and shysters, we gotta talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ready?
If you have been sleeping under a rock, then you would not know that this is a lady who was elected to Congress out of Georgia, and she made her name by talking crazy stuff on social media, and now she's a congresswoman. They're trying to strip her, or they voted today. The Democrats voted to kick her off all of her committee assignments, the budget committee and the education committee of all things, and Republicans have coalesced around her. This is the lady right here, man. Now we're talking about boss level Karens. She might be Big Bowser level boss. Like it's still a Mario game, you feel me? But she's a Bowser level boss in the boss level Karen matrix. You know what I mean? But this lady is ridiculously crazy. And Alf, I've been, because people have been, people are real comfortable. So people send me the stuff all the time. They're like, "Yo, she's saying that Douglas or Parkland was a false flag." You know how many of those little messages I got? And we're coming up on the anniversary here, February 14th, and I really don't understand. I know we didn't mean to get sick, but I really don't understand the whole false flag school shooting situation. Like, to completely dismiss people's lives as essentially a glorified political stunt to do something as trivial as pass gun laws. Yeah, I mean that's some old disrespectful ass shit is what it is.
And here's the thing that bothers me. And we got a video of her explaining, basically, trying to explain how she fell into these QAnon conspiracies, these these denials of mass shootings and things of that nature. But to me, it's like the disrespect of it, right? Yeah. As someone like you who went through the shooting, and the fact that she follows kids like David Hogg around, yelling at them, why'd you fake a shooting? And she basically, every time that she brings this shit up, it's Trump, it's it's PTSD for people who were there that day. Now they got to relive it and explain to this bitch, yes, it actually fucking happened.
Yes, it actually. I saw they had Scott Beagle's mother on CNN, and she was on there like having to talk about it. You're like, yo, like, no, my son is really dead. Like, you know, this wasn't no like joke. Like, these people put. You know, I know 2 people personally who I was close with, who I chilled with every day, who got put into the earth. For you to come around and then you ran for Congress and people voted for you.
And people voted for you. You know what I'm saying?
People ignore facts, man. They blatantly ignore facts.
And okay, well, here's her in her own words trying to explain this.
You see, here's the real situation. I decided to run for Congress because I wanted to help our country. I want Americans to have our American dream. I want to protect our freedoms. This is what I ran for Congress on. I never once said during my entire campaign, QAnon. I never once said any of the things that I am being accused of today during my campaign. I never said any of these things since I have been elected for Congress. These were words of the past, and these things do not represent me. They do not represent my district, and they do not represent my values.
Child,
so it's bullshit. She said she just ain't say it during my campaign.
I just ain't say it during my campaign. Well, it's the most flagrant, because now it's even more disrespectful, because now you letting everybody know that this whole apology is a sham. I didn't say it in my campaign. BITCH, your campaign ended in like November, my nigga. like so I didn't say it 7 months ago. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not out here recanting the foolishness that I put out into the earth and into the world. And it's amazing to me that we live in a world where now you can really just say anything. Like,
and then you see what she has on her face. Free speech.
And then that's not no free speech. That's not free speech.
She also said she has nothing to apologize for, and that's where I'm like, you don't the words that, like you just said, the words of evil that you put out there. Yes, you need to apologize for that shit, because all that kind of shit is what led up to all this QAnon, these conspiracy theories. They stole the election. Like, we don't have to rehash the fucking Capitol insurrection, but at this point, like, there has to be some kind of punishment for these people. And for her to have Facebook likes where she likes someone saying to shoot Nancy Pelosi in the head, where she's liking posts about the Jews were the Jews started the California fires with lasers from satellites. Like, if you come back and say, I didn't say none of that shit in the last 6 months, the fact that you ever subscribe to any of that shit
around in that world, we talked
should disqualify you from holding public office.
But she said, my bad. She's not denying she said it, which I feel like that's that's what people should be. You said these things. Like, I don't like you.
Well, it's published. She can't deny that part of it. But to Alf's point, she also was not saying that any of it is really wrong. In her sense, she's just like, leave me alone. I ain't say it during my campaign.
And she's also like, there's a lot of Americans who are falling into these Listen, just because a lot of Americans are stupid, you know what I'm saying, doesn't make it okay.
But it's not just that they're stupid, because I'm working on a thing about this that I've been trying to put together. It's part of, like, this is what white identity politics is becoming now. Like, it's turning to the point where when you see yourself losing power and losing influence, in order to find a way to explain that, you start to develop these conspiracy theories. And the crazier the theory is, at least to me, it shows how much more desperate the people are to believe some of this foolishness, or not even not to believe it, but to pass it around and share it into like that's craziness. You know what I'm saying? And it tells you that people ain't really patriots. I hate that term patriot now, because you ain't no patriot just because you like red, white, and blue. Like, you're actively doing something to tear apart the fabric of the same country you claim to love. Like,
but the problem is the country, like you said, is changing right before their very eyes, and it ain't really changing that fucking much. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like with so
not
many
really that much at all. Though.
It's not that much. But it's like you have all these angry ass people who, and I was talking to my sister the other day, and I've always said it, the greatest thing Republicans have ever done is figure out a way to get poor people to blame each other for the shit rich people do to them. Right? Poor white people blame poor black people and poor Mexicans for taking their jobs and this and that, and they build up all this fucking anger.
The same jobs that corporations actively send overseas,
or hire migrant workers and pay them shit salaries, right? For work that a lot of Americans don't even want to fucking do in the first place. Yeah. Right? Like you want to go pick radishes, my nigga? No, you don't. So shut the fuck up.
Not radishes.
But that's my thing.
Is that high end seasonal work?
Listen,
radishes this
I just remember this video of this Mexican picking radishes. He was like bundling. I'm like, no white person, black, none of us could do that shit. Not with that speed and efficiency. Come on now. We out here be paying $19 for a radish.
If you send me somewhere to go pick some radishes in the sun, you give me 4 hours, you might get 10 in a bag.
You might get 3 bushels. Them shits be wrapped wrong. The count be off.
I have a handful of them joints. This what I got.
Here's some radishes, bro. This is what you sent me out there for.
That's all I could do. It's hotter than bitch out here. But this is just an extension of that. Now, what has happened is there are these fringe parts of the internet, right, that come up with this crazy shit, and people start believing it. And then that is usually a right wing section of the internet. So they start believing they trend more to the Republican side, and then the Republicans see this happening and they feed it. Because that's the base, and Trump was the greatest to ever really capture that base of people, and they feed it, and then once they're storming the Capitol, they're like, whoa, what's wrong with y'all?
I just thought of a parallel that I hadn't thought of until you started saying that. You know what the equivalent of QAnon maybe could have been, maybe not like in terms of like the content, but like something that metastasizes and spreads through the culture negatively, is like all that Hotep shit that be on YouTube. Like we all know different guys who have come to us with like, hey, you see that YouTube video on how the black man is really from, the moon, and we got, how you know them dudes like, but and we
the YouTube rabbit hole buddy be the worst.
YouTube rabbit hole buddy, who be like hitting you with
like stop clicking videos after 3, my nigga. Because
after that, you're getting into that place where they're like, oh, aliens built, and those two worlds are real close. The aliens built the pyramids, buddies, and the Jews is burning down the forest with lasers. Them worlds are real close. You feel me? Like, especially on the internet.
There's a lot of overlap in the black community, and we probably need to talk about it a little bit more of the Jewish people with lasers and then to the anti-vaccine
towers,
the 9/11. A lot of niggas out here talking about 9/11 was an inside job.
But here's the difference: black people be talking about all that stuff, but full well, like that's why we all know one, because we also know you don't take that kind of stuff outside. Like you have that conversation in the house.
You be whispering that shit, hey, bro.
I know. I got homeboys who got really high profile jobs that make a lot of money that be on all of that stuff, and they will run you down video after video, all kind of stuff. But guess what? Them niggas go home, go to sleep, put that stuff away, wake up in the morning, put on real clothes, go to work, and they don't be talking about that shit in public.
They ain't finna hit nobody with a flagpole over it.
No,
and we be on that whisper shit like, they never found no fuselage at the Pentagon, right? On the sneak tip, like we ain't really go out there running out sounding crazy. But that
conversation happens at the same time when we talking about the, if who killed Biggie and Tupac, like they can kind of,
COINTELPRO and the Black Panthers.
Yeah. So we always have enough people within the community to say, okay, this is fun and entertaining, but let's relax. We still black in America. We still got to go to work. We still got to, we got enough moderation because we have them within our community, just like they got them over there.
We do. And now one thing that like I was saying before, the Republicans have fed this beast now, and now they're so afraid of it. They were the ones hiding under their desks, hiding in their offices, afraid of the beast that they unleashed. and now they're still so afraid of it. They won't even hold someone like Marjorie accountable. Only 11 Republicans voted to kick her out of committee. Like, this should have never been a vote that the Democrats controlled. The Republicans should have went up to her and been like, you need to get your crazy ass the fuck out of here.
But you know why they scared too, and why they refused to bend? Because those people that stormed the Capitol, they was looking for Democrats and Republicans. The Trump world is not aligned with any of these.
I thought they were just out there to cause a ruckus. What was their intent, man? What
they were looking for people to kill them.
Yeah.
They knew which offices to go to.
You had a group within that large group who had a for real strategic tactical plan, and they used all these other buffoons like as cover to get there and use riot shields. Them boys had strategies to get off in there.
Bro, them weekend warrior dudes that we see out here with AR-15s we take for a joke.
We've been telling everybody for the longest, there go your trouble right that's up.
They out here playing too much COD. You taught them every tactic in the book.
The Kyle Rittenhouse dude. You see the Kyle Rittenhouse buddy. Now they looking for him. He never gave them his right address, and now they trying to bring him back in.
Oh, he had a lot of help, man. There was people from the Proud Boys was helping him, wasn't they?
Everybody was. Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons, old 1980 sitcom. See that last summer made me look at everybody who I grew up watching on TV. Like,
who is it? Scott Baio is another one.
Yeah, Scott Baio. All them dudes super conservative.
What Superman?
Kirk
what's
Cameron.
his name? Dean Cain. All the motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. That nigga barely Superman. Lois and Clark don't count as a Superman.
Go ahead. Speaking of incels and weird white people with AR-15s. I don't know if y'all seen it on Twitter. That dude that shot 2 FBI agents and killed himself because they were serving a warrant for child pornography was in my apartment complex.
Alf live in the projects.
I guess so.
They just went to the wrong house, Alf.
Whoa, hey, you try to get
Alf was looking outside like, damn, I'm sorry, buddy.
Bro, you know they looking for a reason to kick in a nigga door, Parrish.
Man, I was reading that story. They came to that boy house at 6 a.m.
I know.
Bro, yeah, I know you know.
They apparently he saw them. He saw them on that ring, the ring doorbell, and they didn't even open the door. Shot the shots through the door.
Damn.
Yeah.
He must have had little Mexican kids in the house at that moment, man. Like,
I mean, he had to have something going on right then and there.
Yeah,
Like you couldn't hide your porn.
He just really, really knew. He's like, it ain't no way I'm getting out of this. But still, like the bus. I mean, there's no solution to that. You're in an apartment, my guy. Like, and you're not Rambo. Like there's no solution to that. But
can we talk about
looking for a solution?
How I feel like this is kind of the problem with the police department, and I understand, it's a gang. The police are gangs, but if somebody a regular person gets shot, you might get 2 officers out there, and I get it. They with the FBI, but they had the Coral Springs cops out there, the Tamarack, Sunrise. They brought the Army out there. I mean, they had I'm like, God damn,
they
man,
was tearing up people's cars in the parking lot. I'm like, dang, armored personnel carrier just wrecking through y'all parking lots. Like, damn,
bro, they still got, and I'm on the other side. They still got that gate closed. There's still TV cameras out there every day. They shut down the whole Nob Hill Road. I woke up because my dog was barking. Y'all done met my dog. She fat, she lazy. She ain't really trying to be out here doing too much.
Not at all.
She was up at 6 o'clock in the morning barking. I'm like, what the fuck? I went out there, told her to shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, and then next thing I know, I hear sirens, helicopters. Helicopter landed right outside my gate. I'm hearing all this shit, all this commotion.
All this for one person? It's like, damn, that's a lot of resources.
Oh, no. They didn't run up in there with all those people.
Yeah,
I'm saying
after they got shot, everybody.
I think that's Parrish's point. It's like they went overkill with
overkill for the response, but like a regular citizen gets killed. Like, if nigga, you get shot, I mean, you might have 2 officers out there for you. like
that's not funny.
One of them is a traffic cop.
One of them is a Dunkin' Donut security guy. Who's like, damn, I'm gonna miss this man.
Come on, man. Remember that was two people that got that two. I always want.
Yes,
I always want to know why.
I'm sorry.
Why that man had to take out 2 folks before he shot himself? Just go ahead and kill.
Just go ahead and bust it. Yeah.
What you think was going to happen after you shot through that door?
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, it's clearly not a solution. Like, it ain't nowhere you could go. You in an apartment complex, and you're not Rambo. You don't have superpowers. Like, there's nothing that you could do in that situation but cap yourself.
And these apartments only got one way in, one way out. I know it.
Well, why take them 2 police with you? Cuz just go ahead and pay your little debt for being a dirty pervert by yourself. Dang,
for real. Like, yeah,
it's true.
I wonder if you get to heaven, if you believe in heaven and stuff, if them federal agents can get to heaven and like call a mulligan or something. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
like,
man.
Bro, I was trying to stop a pedophile.
And he shot me through a door. Like, do I get an exemption? You know
can I whip his ass before I come to heaven? What can I do?
Can I go down and get his ass real quick?
But if they in that in between place, he behind him in line. Like, I know this nigga ain't behind him. Scrapping in the in between.
You here?
That ring camera, man. Like, it's all about keeping yourself secure. Somebody was like, the trap house got ring cameras in it too now.
That's what I'm about to say.
Trap house see patrol coming from a mile away.
That might need to be the new play for Wall Street bets. Go and invest on them ring cameras. Every dope boy in the world finna be buying a ring camera at this point.
Speaking of dope boys and people getting robbed,
we were kind of irreverent with that. God bless some people. Sorry.
No, we were, but it's wild. Paris does have a point.
I just want to see a little bit more even, 2 people died, of course. You always got to have some response, but it just seems like obviously they care more about, other police officers than just regular citizens.
One thing I do want to say, there's a lot of people who were blaming the FBI for running up in these niggas, this nigga's crib and shooting out in neighborhood.
Buddy in the comments say, dude hit 5 stars.
Damn.
That's that GTA.
That's that GTA shit.
Go ahead.
But people were blaming the FBI. And listen, I got no love for the FBI. People calling the Breonna Taylor situation. Like, please, people, wait for some facts before you run out here talking crazy. Like, they didn't bust up in this nigga's house. They wasn't out here guns blazing. They went to knock on the door to serve a regular ass warrant.
He was an actual criminal, though.
He was a fucking pedophile. Let's stop caping for this dude.
And they didn't show up to the wrong person's house in the middle of the night and kill them. Like, it's
a completely different scenario. Do we know the race of this guy, of this pedophile?
I mean, I don't know for sure, but
is it racist if I just naturally assume
we're assuming white?
We're assuming white. I mean,
I just naturally assume that.
I think white people assumed white. As soon as I mean, if you have a child porn stash, like
I mean,
I'm not saying there's not niggas out here with pedophiles. I just don't think they're collectors. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's
my memorabilia.
It's like,
here go my baseball cards.
They don't got binders under their bed and shit. I just feel, and once you hear he had a stash. And there was like a months long investigation. They would have got us on day one. Like, they wouldn't have waited that long.
Like, chill out, dog. So, buddy, to them police, man, they was doing their job, and that's the difficulty of the job. You know what I'm saying? So, God bless them folk and their family. And
that was a righteous cause.
It was.
So
it was.
It kind of hurts me to hear that shit, but yeah, it is what it.
You got righteous
niggas
cause.
Die every day, B.
Every day, B. One of the best lines in movie history. You got righteous causes, right? and that was one. But to every side of every coin, there's another side. The other side is completely staged, fake compassion.
Did we want to go? Did we want to touch on Lil Uzi Vert first?
No, save Uzi for the end. Let's save Uzi. That we gotta close on that. We gotta close on Uzi for the end. My bad. I went out. I would have jumped.
No, that's fine. I'm just.
He want to make sure we ain't miss it though. Is that
because I do want to. I do want to touch on Lil Uzi Vision.
We gotta talk about it. Uzi Vert. But anyway, so play the video off when you get it queued up.
Tending to be asleep to get my boyfriend's reaction.
Don't think I could forgive myself. I'm sorry for the ways that I used you. And I could care less right now, but you know you hurt me pretty good too. Yeah, we made each other bleed, and we tasted it. I'm here to admit.
What are you doing?
Putting on your bonnet.
You ripped my hair off. Oh, thank you.
Sir.
Please, can we stop with the cap?
Sir, can we stop with the relationship cap? But I just thought about something as you were playing. I was listening to the song. The song is like a...
That's the worst part of the video.
It's like a breakup song. It's like a buddy who doesn't cheat. So I'm like, so is this buddy doing all this because he be out here running the street? He an old tomcat, and so he come home and do little
tomcat. How old do you have to be to use that term?
I was just thinking that's like, God, it's an old ass reference.
I always thought that was a fresh way to say a nigga's a scallywag. You know what I'm saying? You old
another old term. Sound like a fucking pirate.
But yes, to the question of the episode, has social media capping gone too far? It most definitely has gone too far. Like, it. Brief pause for 1 second, because I think Marjorie Taylor Greene, not to go all the way back there, but I think she's a benefactor of the social media capping, because basically what she's saying in Congress is, I was just capping on Twitter, and I was just talking a little trash. You know what I'm saying?
It was a skit.
It was it was a skit. I was chasing around behind that boy. That was gonna get me hot. I was gonna be trending that day. You feel me? Like, so definitely social media capping is going way too far.
Well, the reason I highlighted that video is because for the longest I've been I can't stand these fake relationship videos, and there's a lot of these fake social media couples, like they have their own YouTube channel where you follow their relationship, and they get into these fake arguments and they make up. And it's almost like the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing, where I can't believe that people are out here thinking it's real. And there's something to be said, like we talk about that. We watch 90 Day Fiancés with our ladies. Like, we all know most of it is staged, but we, a suspension of disbelief. But like, when you out here really invested in these fake couples and this fake bullshit, I just never understand it. And then you have I'm sitting there saying this shit is fake on Twitter. This girl's coming at me. What are you talking about? That's goals. You probably just ain't got no girl. You ain't got nobody to put the bonnet on. I'm like, nigga, first of all, if I ever put my girlfriend in a headlock to take her earrings off, she wake up like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
He looked like a chiropractor. He couldn't lift her neck up, but just it reached around. I'm like, sir, come
on. She clearly wasn't asleep though. I just feel like it was poor execution on the whole video.
It was bad acting. It was a bad skit. It was stupid, first of all, because like, listen, I don't know who falling asleep with unless you drunk. Now, if your girl fall asleep drunk, it would be nice to take her glasses off and shit. But the bonnet and all,
I'm stopping right there. I'm taking your glasses off because we don't want these glasses to break.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Putting them on the nightstand. I'm gonna pull a cover over you, make sure you're straight, and I'm leaving your ass alone.
That's about it. I'm gonna watch TV, or I'm drunk too. I'm gonna
now see. That's part of it that I wanted to get to, because all of us on this line right now, we are living with women in various fashions and forms, right?
In various degrees. You got a newlywed,
yeah.
The old experienced head,
old head nigga, yeah.
So guess what? And Parrish maybe will, because I'm new to the game, but I'm learning it. If she's sleeping good, my nigga, leave her ass alone.
You ain't gonna wake her up for a bonnet.
You gonna wake her up so she can ask you to go do some shit?
You finally got some fucking peace. You worried about is her the hair gonna be silky?
You know how long it take to set up a good like halftime of NBA Live, like to block that time off. You know what I'm saying? Or to block that time off to do whatever. Like, oh shit, I get a hot 15. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I don't even think your woman's appreciating you trying to put her bonnet on. Like, I just like she's punching you in the neck. She's like, "What are you doing? You fucking."
That's why she broke character because he was messing.
Yeah, because he went too far with the skit with the bonnet, and he was pulling on. Like, you don't just fucking pull on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be careful. You know, you got to lift the hair, put it in the bonnet. He out here headlock, put this fucking bonnet on.
I don't know what you got
here do. Looking raggedy.
You got to do that.
Like
shit
he was
yourself.
roping a calf, like at the Hood Rodeo Olympics.
I might tap you on your shoulder. Hey, you just got your hair done. You might want to put your bonnet on, baby. Baby, put your bonnet on.
Now, have either of you experienced like your lady looking at something like that and being like, "Well, damn, why you don't do that? Why you can't?"
That's my problem with the shit. Because there's too many women watching these videos and then turning to you like, I bet you just let me sleep with my fucking earrings on and no bonnet and shit. I'm like, yes.
But you know what that video is trying to imitate? Y'all seen the video with like the really old black couple and the daughter is like filming them on the sneak candidly and the husband's like picking her hair and whatever and doing it's like, and the title of the video is like how my dad shows my mom love. Now those I got a little more like, okay, because they're older people. I don't think they sat down with the older people and was like, hey, ma, dad, you know what I'm saying? The girl is filming from like around the corner. Yeah, but when you got the phone set up, who walks in the room and don't know a phone is propped up and recording? Like
he looked at the camera.
Yeah, it was horrible. It's horrible.
And then you see, like, he took one earring off. He was like, should I hold it in my mouth while I take the other? It was just, I was like, come on. And then the thing is fine if you first of all, I hate the fact that you out here capping, pretending that it's real. All right. If you said this is a skit that, this is something that happened, I would love that from, we just want to recreate it to show you the kind of relationship we have. First of all, you still capping, but that's fine. At least you were presenting it as a skit. But like you presenting it as it's real, and then you have suckers out here on some QAnon relationship shit falling for conspiracy theories.
Clean believing it.
Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
They believing in that Scientology, and
you believe these people. The same people believe in that. Don't believe in vaccines. Don't believe a man landed on the moon.
Do people who believe that the whole thing about the wildfires? Are they believing like, remember that movie Spaceballs from the 80s? With Rick Moranis and all that? Like, no offense here, but I feel like there was a lot of like, Semitic people in that movie. So maybe they think like that's real. They're like, oh shit, they got a Death Star that they can burn down trees with.
It's Mel Brooks's character is Yoda up there. And my thing is, why do the Jewish people want to burn down the California forest?
Why?
Like that? Why don't you ever do that logic? That logic exercise and like go back from the.
Let me tell you something though. I envy some of these conspiracy theories because for a long time I've wanted to write like a thriller suspense type novel and a heist novel, right? But I don't think I can come up with cool enough plans and crimes because the best heist movies, you know what I'm saying, it's an intricate, fresh ass heist. These people need to go into script writing because why somebody would fund a laser for the purpose of burning down trees? That's a James Bond plot. Like that has to be part of a larger, crazier, bigger.
I want to burn down the rainforest.
Yeah, like with a laser from space, though. Be like, what are you talking about?
But that to me, that's what's wild. It's like, and they're doing it, and it's like every time you hear the name George Soros, you know what I'm saying? It's all this anti-Semitic shit, and like you as the Republican Party, I hate to go back to this again, but it's wild to me. Like you as a Republican Party want to be associated with anti-Semitism. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing now? So let's transition because we know we can get back on that political thing real quick.
Yeah,
just like I can't understand why they would want to be associated with this craziness. I kind of don't want anybody to associate my hip hop fandom and black culturism with Lil Uzi Vert and possibly the dumbest piece of, I guess you would call that plastic surgery in history. A straight up adornment. That boy bedazzled his head, dog. Ugh. It looks like it looks like a terrible scar. Like it looks gross. And it doesn't look like they put it in right. Like it looks
so poorly executed.
It looks super poorly executed.
Because that girl's plastic surgery from earlier.
Yeah. Because I mean, the people had to build a jewelry recess into your freaking forehead fat. Like, look how much fat you have on your forehead. No, not you, Alf. Like, you probably could put a big ass rock in there.
Right, there's something in there.
But no, I'm not doing it. Especially not a $24 million like that. And that's the other thing. Talk about capping for the gram. I do not believe, sir, $24 million pink diamond in your forehead, sir.
But yeah, it didn't cost $24 million. I can't believe that.
I cannot believe that
for a second. And someone in the comments asked, why is it not even centered?
That's what I was saying. Because the guy who's gosh,
that shit is.
I think it's moving.
The guy who was doing it probably didn't want to do it. He's like, man, you sure about this? Oh no!
You think that's gonna be the new shit? Remember when face tattoos first got popular?
Well, he stole it because he's not the first person to do that. It's some other rapper buddy I saw, but he got a smaller diamond and he got it like
in his cheek or some shit.
Yeah, like on some old male Betty Boop type shit, I guess. But I'm not with it. I mean, it's unnecessary capping. Like that don't make you fresh to me. But maybe that's just because we 40, and maybe you got to be young and 28 or 27 or something.
I feel like that's like a kind of a duck move, man. He's about to get duck hunted, bro. Because that's I
mean, why not?
You setting yourself up. I don't even got to do
First
that.
First of all,
man.
He's a very little guy.
Snatch and run, son.
You got to hit that boy hit that Thanos on that boy. Ooh.
They was coming at Lil Uzi Vision all day.
I mean, but it's a super dumb thing, though. I can't believe he thought people were going to be like, "Man, that's fresh."
You know what my thing is? He's a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
we think he is.
We think he is, and he probably is. But it's like it's the dumbass nigga in the hood gonna go put a cubic zirconium in his fucking forehead, and then wonder why he can't get a job later. That's the one I'm worried about. Like the guys who get face tattoos because they love Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne ain't trying to get a job at Amazon, my nigga. Like you can't do that.
You can't deliver packages with a bloody knife on your cheek.
No, first of all, stop telling on yourself with the teardrops. Like, because either you caught bodies or they gonna think you caught bodies.
There's one job you can have that I can think of off the top of my head. You can be a mechanic. I took my car to the dealership. You got to put your car in the line and all that COVID stuff, like to get an oil change or whatever. The buddy who came out to get my car, dog, that nigga had somebody's name written underneath his eye right here. He had some little symbol on his cheek. I mean, my man was like, man,
So at the car wash, what you saying? You can have face tattoos at the.
You can have face. If you do anything with cars, I think you can have face tattoos.
Chris felt racist when he didn't want to give him his keys.
No, I gave him my keys. I because I'll tell you what I thought.
You got work to do, motherfucker.
No, but I instantly thought this guy must have great interview skills. Like or he just must be really, really good at his job. Like, I mean, he's got a face full of tattoos, and he's like he wasn't like just a worker, but he was clearly like he had a button-up shirt on. You feel me? He had like coveralls. Like
you can also
you got a button-up shirt. You must be somebody.
You could also work as a fry cook at Waffle House.
Yeah.
I believe you have to have some kind of street cred. I don't know how you guys. We don't have a lot of Waffle Houses down here, but when I lived in Atlanta, I feel like those were the hardest niggas in the world. Worked in the back of Waffle House. Like when they say, "Oh, he tried to rob a Waffle House," nigga, why?
Why?
Go down the street to Denny's. Like don't fuck with it. That nigga's out here waiting with a Ring camera. Like
Waffle House got them good partnerships with the state. Them newly paroled dudes be clean off over there.
The work release.
Yeah, we got 2 spots. Prison to work.
Hey,
nigga was just in a gladiator match. 48 hours later, he on the street cooking your eggs.
He out here making waffles. Quick too.
Remember that scene from Baby Boy when Ving Rhames is cooking in the kitchen naked, and he was getting ready to go to a job at the Waffle House.
He was practicing for his interview.
Yeah, but I think that diamond in the forehead stuff is pretty. And you know what? It's terrible to do it in Black History Month. I feel like he could have wore like a Nelly headband until March. You know, like unveil that when we don't have to like honor our ancestors. You feel me? It's
like Senate Republicans disavowing Marjorie, whatever. We out here disavowing Lil Uzi Vert. Like, nah.
But we
always got to do that though, don't we?
Mm-hmm. We stay disavowing people. We
always got to be like, he's not. You know, he's not one of us.
We will make that very clear. See, that's why we haven't fallen to the crazy hotel rabbit hole YouTube junk on our side, right? But honestly, Lil Uzi Vert might be rich, right? But he ain't $24 million.
Not anymore.
On
man.
a paint. Yeah. He ain't that rich.
He hold all his value up here.
Right.
In order to justify a purchase like that, you have to be like hundreds of millions of dollars rich. You feel me? You can't be like $75 million rich and I'm gonna spend.
That can't be a third of your. It can't be a third of your net worth.
Spike Lee probably mad as fuck, man. He's like, he hate to see niggas wasting money, man. He's like, what is that?
But I don't even. That's how I know I was getting old, because when I first heard Lil Uzi Vert, I was like, what is the big deal? What is his name?
You know, the first thing I heard, I was like, why did he name himself something so fucking stupid? That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah. And I knew for sure I wasn't a fan when he was the worst person on the Bad and Bougie song. I was like, Offset just destroyed you on this song.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, but listen, we are sounding old as fuck. Because I think we've spoken about this. I don't understand most of these new rappers. I don't understand half the shit they say. I don't understand their appeal. They got, you
got to get on drugs bad.
I feel like, you got to be on lean to really feel this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people try to tell me about, like, even Future sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck this nigga talking about?
One of my little cousins told me that. I was like, man, this is crappy. He was like, no, you got to get zooted. I was like, damn, they got conditions? So I can't, like, play it in my car? I got to be,
I mean, we used to smoke a little bit before we listen to some shit. But the thing is, you could be sober.
But not because it was mandatory. Exactly.
Yeah. You could be sober and enjoy it. But sometimes when you smoke a little something, like Wu-Tang made a little bit more sense.
Mm-hmm.
You like see.
You know what's one of the best Smoke 2 albums of all time is The Score by the Fugees.
Oh, yeah.
That album, if you was burning to that album, like, you'll be like, damn, you'll be hearing stuff all in that song. You'll be like, oh, damn, I didn't hear that little cowbell in the back third of the song. You feel me?
Clef on some bing. Oh shit! I heard that. What, y'all hear that?
Yeah, I used to ride around with Ryan. He had his little BMW in high school. Ryan was that way. Ryan would come through, he'll fire you up just so we could ride through and listen to obscure music, and he could point out like weird instruments and stuff. I'd be like, damn, nigga, you really is a band nerd.
You hear that cymbal, nigga?
I'm like, no, dog, I don't.
Yo, this nigga used a triangle. What? Mind blown. You hear that? This nigga used a kazoo for the bass line.
A kazoo.
He's a genius.
How much you think Lil Uzi paid whoever that dude was to put that thing in his head? How much you charging? Forget what he paid. If somebody asked you to put a $24 million diamond in their forehead, how much you charge for that?
You got. I need at least $2 million.
At least. Like,
if you can afford $24 million, I need $2 million.
$5. Yeah, I need $5 million, nigga.
You ain't gonna come back to me on a lawsuit saying you didn't sign off on this.
I'm cutting an oval shaped hole in your forehead.
Yeah, I got to put a special clip in. I got to put a special thing. It's all got to be custom made and ordered.
Special clip in.
Yeah, something. It's gonna be all custom made and ordered. It's gonna cost you, man. You can't. It's got to be inset, man. You can't have no $24 million diamond on no raggedy. Yeah, I gotta
buy that shit at Jared.
I gotta have a latch on mine. If I was to do it, I gotta have a latch on mine. I could take it off and put it on. You know what I mean? Like,
so a commenter said 24 got to be capped. 24 million jewel got to be in a museum. That's true, though.
That's very true. That's true. I think that diamond from Titanic is like $24 million. Like the heart of the ocean diamond or whatever.
Heart of the ocean.
I think it was only $24 million because he had to pay a nigga 22 to put it in his head. That was a $2 million diamond. And like, I mean, you getting robbed tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's getting like, I don't even got to try that hard to rob you, bro. I just got to walk by you, and that's it. Got you.
That's
gone.
That's it. That might not succeed. Give me an idea for a story. That's a good story. Catch that nigga,
hood nigga from looking like Thanos.
Yeah, run up on you in the bathroom. Like Buddy and Friday with Damien.
Debo. Some old Debo ass nigga.
Ooh, give me that. You know how much that's gonna hurt if somebody pop that joint out your head? Ooh, damn it.
You ever try to tear like an eyebrow out? Tear the whole just...
He can't play no basketball. He can't play nothing. Like he get elbowed in that. Like you can't be in no mosh pits going crazy.
You ever been playing ball with a nigga who loses like a diamond earring?
Yes.
Hey, everybody stop!
Yeah, everybody stop. What's that video of Sonic where you get motherfucker get hit and all the rings pop out of his ass? That's Uzi, man. Fucking hit him, just fucking jewels start popping out of his motherfucker.